Hey everybody, and welcome back to the next part in my dialing in series for our Line 6 Helix. I had a couple requests over the past little while, as usual. A lot of these are based off of requests I get, to do a ZZ Top-ish, Billy Gibbons-ish style tone. Somebody particularly mentioned LaGrange, and I thought, man, that's kind of a cool tone. So I thought I would do, I dialed this in really fast this morning. Time's been at a bit of a premium lately, and yeah, so I did this really fast. I hope I got in the ballpark. I found a backing track online, so I did a quick take of the first solo, Billy's first solo in LaGrange. The backing track already had a rhythm guitar part on it. Unfortunately, I usually like to use the preset for both, but kind of just ignore that, and you can go take a listen to that. That'll be up right now on my YouTube channel, and I'll link to it in the description below. So yeah, so what you're hearing is not, you know, whatever rhythm guitar was on there already that somebody else made the backing track, but you will hear the main tone of the lead is this preset here. So I did a little bit of research, and apparently Billy Gibbons in a Guitar World article I came across said he just plugged a Strat basically into, I think it was a 1969 Super Lead 100. So let's go over to HX Edit, take a look at what I did with this preset, okay? What I chose was the Brit Trem Jump, which is a little weird because you know, he was using a Super Lead 100, but I kind of pulled this up and tried it out. It's a dark sounding amp, but that had a bit of a dark sound to it, his track. So I kind of went with this, and I hope it worked out all right. Again, this isn't professing to be the exact duplicate of that tone. It's just in the ballpark, you know. So yeah, so what I did is my normal settings here on my LA Studio Comp at the end, peak reduction 5.5, gain of 5. Nothing special on the EQ, just went with a low cut at 100 Hertz, high cut at 12 kilohertz like I normally do. I did use a plate reverb. It sounds like there's a bit of an ambience in this sound that I liked. So I did a little mess around with both delay and verb. The decay on the plate was 3.5, pre-delay 15 milliseconds, and the mix was 30%. That might even be close to just what comes up as the stock settings. But what I did do is I took a delay. There seemed to be almost like a, I hate to say doubling, because I don't think it's a real doubling effect, but something going on there with Billy's tone with nice ambience. And I was able to get, I think, sort of close by going with a transistor tape at 50 milliseconds, 0% feedback, and a mix of 35%. Kind of gave it a nice little ambience. And when I play the tone, I'll turn that off and on. You can kind of hear what was going on with it. Split crossover, set at 650 Hertz. Didn't actually use it on this one at all. Didn't seem to need it. I was able to coax things out of the amp parameters and EQ. The cab was a 412 greenback, 121 ribbon, distance of 4 inches. So what did I do on the amp? Well, I cranked the bright drive and the normal drive right up to 10. The bass was 2.1, mid at 5.2, treble was up at 8.6, presence was up at 7.7, so I kind of got some of the bite I wanted out of that. If you find this a little bit less kind of squishy or more bitey than Billy's tone, you can always play with your presence and treble, pulling those back just a hair, but they have quite a drastic effect on this amp. The other thing I did is I went in with the sag and I changed it from, I believe where it was at 5 up to 7.5. I really like that. It gave that little bit of saggy squishiness to it that I wanted in the tone. So yeah, so that's basically the sound. If we turn off the verb and the delay here, let's just take a listen here. Okay. Let me turn the verb on. Might sound pretty wet there, but when you get in the mix, it kind of helps to sit nicely. Now this is the delay that I put on. So for something like the intro, what I would probably do is go to like maybe the middle position on a Strat, roll the volume back. You know, play with the fingers, a light touch. Sound good on the neck pickup. That's with the volume around maybe 6 on the guitar, right? And then you go to the bridge, crank it up. So lots of tonal possibilities from that without touching snapshots or the amp settings or anything. Just on a Strat. I haven't tried it with humbucking pickups, although this is a mini humbucker, but it probably would work quite nicely with it to get a little bit more bite, a little bit more distortion out of it if your pickups are higher output. But really it's a versatile tone. I was happy with it, with the volume down in different pickup selectors. That's position 4 with the volume on about 4. Neck pickup. And back to bridge, full on. Anyways, hope you guys like that tone. I don't know how close it is to Billy's tone. It worked nice. Go listen to the performance video where I use it for the solo for LaGrange. Tell me what you think. Hopefully, it's definitely a tone we could use for that, whether it's exactly like it or not. But I think got close in the ballpark, even though I used a different amp, which was kind of fun to mess around with. So I'll have this up on CustomTone. Go check out the performance video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like the video, share it if you don't mind. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll be back soon with some more content. And for now, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And again, thanks for tuning in. Ciao for now.